Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is AJ, and welcome to Ebenezer's Financial Journey. For those of you who are new here, I just want to introduce myself. My name is not Ebenezer, my name is AJ, but it is a whole other story about Ebenezer Scrooge and other characters that are like Disney that have always intrigued me. And so today, that's another story, but today let's talk about children and investing. I noticed that in my stats, some of the demographic is related to, looks like a lot of men watching the channel, which is great, and between the ages of 40 and 60. So I may be talking to a lot of dads, and if I am, I hope this resonates with you. So this is just a short video about investing. I have a son myself, he's 14 years old, and if you pause for a second and think about that, it's not about money that he needs to have, it's about contributing frequently and about investing in the long run. He's 14 years old now. Retirement age for him would be 67. And again, everybody's talking today about, well, how much do you need to save and hold on to so that you can essentially get $1 million in the future? Well, $1 million for a 14-year-old at age 67 is not going to be worth really anything. If you look at inflation, which is about 3% per year, and you go all the way out until the age of 67 for him, he need about $4.4 million for today's $1 million. So we're going to talk about that for a little bit, but let's think about it. The greatest gift that I can give him is starting to do investing earlier, so as early as possible. So if I started now at age 14, all the way to 50 to 67 years of age, that is a key piece. So we want to really align that. And so what I thought that I would do today is just talk about what that would look like, and then in the future video really show you what that looks like. So let's just take some for instances for a second. So 14 years old, age 67 at retirement, let's say an annual return of 8%, which is pretty conservative considering if you have mutual funds and IRAs and all that. If you do 10%, it's a whole nother animal, but let's say 8%. The monthly contribution today may be pretty hard to fathom, but $500 per month today seems like a lot, and it is, but as you go on, $500 in 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 years is not a lot. But let's just say we put $500 a month in for that full term. Essentially, that's 53 years to retirement, and that would be 636 months. Essentially, what that do is that if you break that out, and I'll show you here in a budget piece in another video, is it would take him from $500 on his first investment all the way to his last investment, and his projected retirement at 8% over that time would be $4.889 million, which is equivalent to today's $1.0 million. So if you think about that, that's pretty crazy. $500 a month. Think about where your money goes for $500 a month. If you're a family of 3 or 4, you go out to dinner, you've got a few meals a month, that essentially moves you up to that $400, $500 range. And if you put that away for one child, it obviously can add up very quickly. That's pretty aggressive, but let's just change it real quick. If I change that interest rate to 10%, that essentially means we can drop down. If it was $500 a month, same thing, 10% return, that would make it $11 million. So let's just drop that to, let's say, $200. If we drop it exactly to $200 from the 500, just that 2% interest increase essentially gets him the same amount of money. So you can go from giving $500 a month to $200. So something to think about. If you want more or like more of these videos, please like, subscribe, comment. I'd love to hear what works for you. And I hope to see you again soon.